Let's take you live now to Kew, where the Botanical Gardens are putting on their festive display. The annual light show is back for its 6th year, and London Live's Alicia Edwards is the one that gets to enjoy it for the first. Certainly, a few people will be going there, hundreds of thousands, no doubt, over the next few weeks.
They certainly will, Anthony, and if you weren't feeling festive enough in the studio, then you certainly will after you've seen what they've got on display here at Kew Gardens. It really is fantastic. This is, of course, the 6th year that this display has been going on. As you can see behind me here, there's a light projection show going on to the Palm House, and that's what you get to see at the end of the trail, which goes right the way around the Royal Kew Botanical Gardens. It takes around an hour and a half, dependent on how quickly you walk around and enjoy the lights on display. There's so much to see, and so many of the lights have been designed by artists from all around the world. And of course, if you want to come and enjoy some food, there's roasted marshmallows and of course lots of mince pies and nice drinks for people to enjoy as well. So there really is something for everybody. And of course, if you've got young children, Santa Claus is also making an appearance here throughout the Christmas period. But to hear more now about what goes into organising something of this size is the artistic director of Christmas at Kew, Zoe Bottrell. Zoe, thank you so much for joining me. Can you just tell me what goes into organising something of this scale?
Well, this is our 6th show here at Kew Gardens, and it takes us all year to put this together. In fact, we've already started on next year, now this one's in place. It's a World Botanical Gardens and a World Heritage Site. It's very carefully put in, very carefully planned, and it's all about Kew Gardens. It's all about what's here and what's so special at Kew.
What's special about this year in the 6th year?
Every year we like to make it different. There are certain things that people have come to love, and the Palm House show is certainly one of those. So there are some things you'll see repeated. There are some things like tunnels of lights that we've had in the past, which are bigger and better than we've ever had them before. There's your mistletoe moment to kiss your loved ones, but then we have a whole host of new installations from Australia, France, Italy and UK-based artists as well.
This is an incredibly popular thing to do at Christmas. Why do you think it gets so many people to come to Kew?
I think we all get caught up in that Christmas shopping thing and bustling around and that sort of parties, and this is just a way to come and still do Christmas, come and do it with your family. There's something here for everybody from 8 months to 80 years old, and the whole family group can come together, and there's something here that will be there for them. I think the key thing is that you get to come for a walk, you're outside, it's fresh air, and it's just a bit of a decompression in that Christmas madness.
Now tell me about this light display that you get to see at the end of the trail.
So we work with a laser company, a water screen projection company, which you can just about see behind me, and a lighting designer called Simon Hayes, who pulls it all together. And yeah, the storyboard takes about 2 or 3 months for them to come together, and they work into the night in the week preceding this to see what comes off the computer. Ends up looking fantastic on the Palm House, which is obviously one of the most unique parts of Kew.
And we can just hear the music of Frozen creeping in at the moment. How much of this is aimed at children?
As I say, we try to design the trail to ensure that a family group from 8 months to 80 years old can come together, and there's something here for everybody. So yes, the Frozen part of this soundtrack is very much for children probably, but Love Actually would certainly be something that's for the adults, which is the track that precedes this.
And what's the best time for people to come along and see this?
Obviously our weekends sell out very, very quickly. In fact, I don't think there are very many weekend tickets left. If you want to come when a slightly quieter time at a more sedate pace, I'd absolutely suggest you come on a Wednesday or Thursday evening. You'll have slightly less crowds then, although, to be honest, the way tickets are going, they're going to be pretty busy as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Zoe. Now, I'm going to be going around the trail throughout the evening, meeting some of the people behind the display here. And if you'd like to come and see it for yourself, tickets are on sale now online, and it's on until the 5th of January.
OK, lovely stuff. The Botanical Gardens are putting on their festive display. It is the 6th year that we've had a magnificent light show. Alicia Edwards has moved away from the main part of the light show to somewhere else. Where are you?
I have, Anthony. As you can see here behind me, the fantastic tree lit up with thousands and thousands of Christmas lights for the 6th year here at Christmas at Kew. And I have made my way slightly further around the trail to about a quarter of the way through the trail here. And we've already seen a huge number of lights and different displays as we've been going around. There's been arches made of lights, Christmas trees, and also a garden of lanterns. But here, of course, the focus is very much on this spectacular tree, which has been designed and created by Tony Kirkham, who joins me now. Thank you so much for being on the programme. Can you tell me what's gone into making this huge, fantastic tree?
Well, first of all, you choose a tree, and you're choosing a tree that will lend itself to being wrapped. We chose this in February last year, and then we work out how many lights we need. There are 24,000 lights on this and about 2 kilometres of cable, and then that's painstakingly wrapped round every branch to show the form of the tree, and that's what we're trying to do to make, to show a tree how it should really look.
How did you come up with the idea of doing this?
Well, you see it in America; they do it a lot, and you see it around London occasionally on special trees. And we just wanted to do it here at Kew, but actually do it really, really well. So that every branch is covered and well detailed. And it takes about 2 weeks of the arboricultural team here at Kew climbing and wrapping the tree. So it's a great feat by them.
And this is going to be on display for around 6-7 weeks now. How do you deal with the upkeep of this?
Well, because it's LED. Hopefully, if the old style lights, if a bulb went, then you'd have to find out which bulb had blown, otherwise the whole lot would go out. But these are LED, so there's no maintenance. We just keep an eye on it, just check that the squirrels don't dislodge it. If we have wind or rain, we may have to go up and just check the joints, the unions. But we've marked those, we know where those are. And, it's just probably a few minutes a week to look after them and make sure it stays intact. So it's pretty easy to look after.
Now, you've been working here for 40 years. You've seen this garden over a long period of time. What's so special about this light display?
I think this is the best. This is definitely the best one that, since we've been doing it for 6 years. It's well laid out. There's some really good features. For me, the highlight is that you come to Kew and you see the Arboretum and the gardens at night when you can't normally come into Kew. And all the lights that light up the trees show off their form and their grace, and I love that. And I think we're privileged that we can see that at night.
Tony, thank you so much, and it looks spectacular. And if you'd like to see this for yourself, it's on until the 5th of January here at Kew.
That's a lot of lights, isn't it? Alicia Edwards there. More from Alicia at the next hour of our programme. It's 6th year, London Live's Alicia Edwards is there for us and has been enjoying it. Alicia.
Yes, Anthony, I absolutely have. I've now moved on to the Field of Light, which you can see behind me here. It's very, very festive. There's music going on with a huge stretch of lights all dancing along to the music. And this is a real standout for the light display here at Kew. Some passers-by here that have come along this evening have been standing watching it for as long as 10 or 15 minutes just to see the full display. And it really does go on for some time. It's fantastic. And we have been wandering around all of the gardens this evening. It takes around an hour and a half to see all of the lights on display here. And there is, of course, that fantastic display on the Palm House at the end, which features some of your festive favourites of films such as Frozen as well. So something for everybody here. There's also, of course, food and drink, Christmassy food and drink. You can come and toast marshmallows on an open fire. And there's also a show, a pantomime for children here to enjoy. And somebody who's been involved in organising this is Emma Weeks, who does the events here at Kew. Thank you for joining me, Emma. First of all, can you just tell me a bit more about this field of light behind you here?
Yep, so there are actually 10,000 lights you can see here. They're all choreographed to music, all multicoloured. And like you said, it is a 10-15 minute piece that you can stand and watch them all. Brilliant music.
And you've been involved in obviously putting on this huge show. What's it been like putting it on for a 6th year?
Oh, amazing. So we start planning in February, believe it or not, and there are over 100 people that help us do it. Everyone from horticulturists, making sure the plants and the trees are really well, and the artists who design the installation. So it really, Christmas for us really is a 12-month year-round event.
And other than this field of light, what are other standout pieces here for you?
Yep, so you've mentioned the palm house, which is absolutely amazing right at the very end. There's also the Christmas beach, the tree made by Tony Kirkham, the Arboretum gang. That's amazing. That really shows you the shape of a tree in winter time. And then the bridge over the lake with the origami boats is just stunning. 300 boats that change in time to the music really softly. It's beautiful.
And artists from around the world have designed these. Why has that decision been made to get artists on board?
I think it's really important. Somewhere like London, we have to be multicultural. We have to show talent from everywhere. And I think visitors really enjoy it and really like to see different takes on Christmas.
This is, of course, the 6th year. How has it grown over the years?
Oh, staggeringly so. So we have a huge appetite. We've had to add new dates onto this event. So we go right through to the 5th of January this year because there's such a big appetite for people to come, and I could just see it growing year on year.
And what is it about this that you think makes it so popular for people to come to?
I think it's just not too commercial, it's not too selly. I think because we're really lighting up the gardens, people can really enjoy the gardens and enjoy the trees as well as the real Christmas classic. So it's a really nice thing for all the family, from children to kind of grandparents and all the way through.
A lot goes into maintaining these gardens. How big a upkeep is it to put all of these lights in something that's already taking so much to keep on top of?
Absolutely. So we have started putting the lights on since September. So again, Tony's tree, who you saw earlier, they started wrapping that in September. So it does take a very long time, but it's absolutely worth it when you get to come and see it for yourself and feel the magic of it.
And who's this aimed at?
Oh, everybody. That's terrible to say, isn't it? But it's everybody. Families, couples. It's a great date night, definitely. Little children, grandparents, everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Emma. And if you'd like to come and see this for yourself, it is on display here at Kew Gardens until the 5th of January.
OK, lovely stuff. Getting in the spirit. Certainly some people are already. That was Alicia Edwards down at Kew.